Okay.
Did Steven buy it?
Let me...
Of course he did.
Welcome to No Ordinary Friendship.
I'm Emily.
And I'm Teresa.
Let's catch up. Hello, listeners.
Oh. We're starting. Hello. Oh, that's too loud.
Welcome to another week. We're glad you're still with us.
I'm glad you're still with me, Emily.
Me too. Did you listen to Giggly Squad? I was listening to it on the way here.
I listened to most of it. I don't know if I finished it.
I didn't finish, but how they go to like a psychic reading. I think we should do that. We should go to one together.
I thought that was so cool how they went like with tarot
they have like
card.
past lives and stuff.
Yeah. And Hannah was like a gay man in Britain.
And Paige was just a mom with lots of kids.
That died during the plague, maybe.
Know. Okay, we should definitely do it. But also, I don't want a bad reading.
I don't think... Well, those aren't bad,
past
right?
lives.
Like, those are past lives. I think it's more funny than anything.
And then I was thinking, it kind of makes sense that, like, souls kind of get recycled. Because if there are just continuously new souls, like, it would be too many.
Too many
Like, it
souls.
overwhelms the universe with souls.
I don't know what I believe in. I feel like the possibilities are endless. I don't really have, like, a firm belief in any of that.
I'm the same. I'm open-minded.
Yeah, I do think it's possible. Do I really think Hannah was a gay man? Like, because what about the soul before that? Or like the life before that one?
Yeah. Well, I don't know. She probably was many things and many people.
And can you be like an animal and then a human?
I don't know.
Or an insect?
Maybe you don't change species or something.
Come back as a doorknob.
So peaceful.
Should we go into breaking news?
Yes.
Okay, I've been on my workout journey. Emily.
Good job.
Well, not really. Okay, so I put Pilates on here because there's a local Pilates place. It's a mega reformer? Yeah.
What's mega reformer?
Wait, maybe it's just reformer.
No, I've heard of mega reformer too, I think.
It's the kind, so you know the Pilates
it
machine?
slides back and forth.
Yeah, it's a Pilates machine, but it's like highly cushioned, and then there's like more stuff that you can do based on the handlebars and I don't know, different straps and things like that.
Oh,
okay. I think most people know what I'm talking about. You've done it before. It's like Core 40.
Yeah, I've done the reformer before. I don't know if I've done a mega reformer.
Oh. Okay, I'm getting my semantics all like messed up. But do you know what the Cadillac Pilates is?
No.
Okay, that's the kind where it's almost like monkey bars for adults. I didn't do this, by the way, but I recently saw it because I'm on Pilates TikTok now. But it's like a cage almost.
Oh, it goes all the way bars. Up on the side.
And then you like hang on to it and then you try to do like flips. It really is like gymnastics or monkey bars for adults. But I just thought that was like, whoa,
how funny
next
that
level.
It's called Cadillac.
Yeah, I don't know why it's called that. Okay, but anyways, I went to this class and I was so sore afterwards, but I really loved it.
You were.
I loved it.
Pilates
I was like,
is crazy.
These are my people. This is my type of class. Everyone gets their own space. No one's like sweat is splattering on me. And it's enough where it's low impact, but also really difficult to do. And the best part, it's only 45 minutes.
Yes. That is wonderful.
That really makes me mentally feel a lot better about the workout.
Because you're like, okay, 30 minutes left.
I can push through it.
Yeah.
I think I'm going to buy a package.
Nice. I should do Pilates too because I want to be stronger.
Yes.
But, I should just do Pilates with my mirror. It doesn't have the reformer, obviously, but it's still
But I heard
Pilates
moves. Is really good too.
Yeah. Yes.
Something about the reformer just
maybe today will be the day that I will do my next workout class.
The listeners are waiting for the day to finally happen where you're a regular, because you subscribe every week, right?
Yes, every month. I know. Such a waste. Okay. Guess how much?
Guess how much?
Did you put this one?
I did.
Because we also had school pictures.
Okay, I feel like you have told me about this before, but it kind of went in one ear and out the other, or didn't stay in my head because this is the first time either of my kids have had school pictures. So
look how much money you've saved because I've already bought like 4 years of it.
For both of them, which is kind of crazy.
Yeah.
So Logan did it at his school. Guess how much it cost for the package?
Which package?
So, okay, Steven was the one that went. He told me there are two packages. One package is one picture, one digital picture, and a class photo. And then the other one is like you get all the pictures digitally.
Okay, only digital is the option?
And I think one class picture.
Okay. $30.
For what? The lower end?
Yeah.
And then how much for the
$60.
No. The one picture one is $60. And all the digital pictures is $100.
Okay, that is even more than ours. So mine is pretty fresh in my mind because it's funny too because it's not all equal. So Charlie, maybe because they're a huge elementary school, they must get better pricing.
Right, volume-based discounting.
Because it was a print package, but it was the lowest print package with like maybe 8 photos or something. $16. Which I feel like is decent.
Really good, yeah.
And
then, they print it out for you, as they should.
Yeah, I'm surprised you don't have a print option. So Cassie is at preschool still, which is a smaller center. And hers I bought, maybe it was like $50 for a print package. But you also get like 2 poses and maybe like 8 or 10 photos each. But the director, for some reason, gave me a code. So I got 50% off.
Amazing. I feel like I need a code.
But at that price, I don't think I would have bought it.
Emily, okay.
Did Steven buy it?
Of
course he did.
He dropped off the kids, and the way it works is like you get to look at the pictures on their laptop or on their...
it's like real time.
Not real time. He took the pictures last month, I think. And then now the teachers are showing the pictures on their computer screens. Steven came home like flustered almost, like in a tizzy. He was like, I need $100 cash. And I was like, why do you need $100? I'm the gatekeeper of our family's cash.
Yeah.
So I had a lot of questions as to why he all of a sudden needed $100.
That is a big amount.
It is. He was like holding this one order form in the air. Like,
wait, they only take cash too?
They only take cash or check. I was like, what kind of operation is this? Who is this?
You should have them talk to our preschool because they send you home with a piece of paper and it has some of the photos and then you go online and do it all online.
This could have been like somebody's like cousin or niece doing a passion project. I don't know. Yeah. But they found the right target audience because Steven really was like, I need 100. Don't ask so many questions. And I was like, did they look good? Because I can't imagine Logan's pictures looking
they're
great.
So cute.
And he was like, no, they look really good. Trust me. They look so good. And I was like, well, what did they look like? He was like, he started doing impressions of Logan. He's like, one's like this, where he's smiling, and then one's like this, where he's looking off into the distance. One of them, he's looking a little confused.
I'll show you mine later because I screenshotted Cassie.
And I was like, well, it can't just start at 100. Like, there must be something cheaper. He's like, yeah, but the value.
It's true at that point. Just go all in.
So yesterday, I was like, all right, I trust you. Like, if it looks really good, fine.
Yeah.
Because we have so many digital pictures and we don't do anything with them. We don't put any of them out.
Yeah.
I go today and I look at the pictures, even though the time is over.
Yeah.
None of the pictures are good, Emily. I would have bought none of them. Like, even if I got like a free 1-picture package,
you wouldn't want it?
No, because I have better pictures on my phone.
Yeah. Like now just print it to make it worth it, I guess.
There's one where he's just lying down sucking his thumb. And I was like, clearly he didn't want to participate.
Was there like a cute backdrop at least?
It was like it was really close up of his face, but yeah, it was like a white backdrop. And then there's one where he's like riding on this really small stuffed animal because Logan's so big.
I can't wait to see it. Please share it with me.
I gotta text Steven later and be like, did you purchase already? Because I don't want any of these. Like, I don't think it's worth it.
I bought one year. So in previous years, I only bought the 2 of them together because I thought that was kind of special. That is really cute. And I think you've seen it, but the one that I bought initially was like they look like refugees. Like they're clinging to each other with these sad looks, and Charlie looks like she's like looking off into the distance. But it's like my favorite one now. I also feel like
I did see the picture in your house. I think maybe also the lighting is a bit darker as well.
Yeah, I think the backdrop was darker than the other ones.
So it doesn't make it...
It looks like a brochure.
The aura felt a little sadder than it needed donations. To be.
Okay,
yeah. So anyways, we got scammed.
Wow. Okay, that makes me feel better though.
All right, pop culture.
Yes. So we said last week after we stopped recording that we should talk a little bit about eldest daughter syndrome.
Yeah.
Do you know much about it? Because you are an eldest daughter.
Yeah, and I think because I watched so many of their videos on TikTok.
Like TikToks, yeah.
It very much is like the burden.
Does it resonate with you?
Yes. The burden and level of expectations that come from not just eldest daughters, but I think eldest daughters of immigrant parents too. Or at least that was what the niche that I was getting fed a lot.
Okay. So listeners, I guess there's something, it's been trending for a while, but people talk about how the eldest daughter seems to grow up with it's traumatic kind of, or
not for me. But I think some people do feel
it's just like all that pressure that was put on them, all the expectations.
Yeah, and not necessarily to succeed, but more so to take care of everything in their family's household as well.
I see.
And like as the family grows older, so there's like nobody calls my brother for anything because he doesn't even pick up his phone. So like clearly I'm the more responsible one.
I see. Okay, then I don't think even though I'm the only daughter, I don't think I feel that kind of pressure because I was the younger sibling. But I do think my mom probably calls me more for help now or things because, well, first I'm closer, but also I do probably pick up more, like you said. So there is like a pressure on the daughter.
Yes, to like respond as well. And you just feel, it's like mom guilt in a different way.
So it's like coming from both sides.
Yeah, it can. And I've seen the videos and people definitely feel it even more so if their parents don't speak English, let's say, or they come from a place where like they're doing so much better than their parents are. I'm not. So
like they have to like financially take care of them too.
Yes, and like it more so comes from guilt from the eldest
our parents still need to financially take care of us.
Thank you so much, Mom and Dad.
Yes, same here. But I guess, like, is there a solution or what do people...
No, I think it's more about being seen and
just acknowledging.
Yeah, recognizing that it's a real thing.
Okay, so Teresa's parents, please show your appreciation.
No, I think it's being seen by other people that also feel the same way. Not necessarily
feeling connected and not alone.
Yeah, and like, I don't think I ever realized that. I thought it was just like being the oldest, but then seeing like the eldest daughter thing come out. Because I do think a lot of parents, immigrant parents, put a lot more, I don't know, like golden boy type of energy towards a son.
A son, yeah.
Which sucks. And especially an oldest son or only son.
Yeah.
The daughter doesn't get as much and still is expected to, I don't know, like you don't get as much of the positive energy, but you're still expected to like do more, reciprocate more for the parents.
Right. Yeah.
It's kind of weird to talk about because I don't really feel this way within my own family, but
that's
like
good.
You can see stuff where like the daughter will take care of the parents until death and then they leave all of their money and their property to the son that like lived halfway around the world and didn't care.
That's really lame. Yeah, and I do think like Asian cultures value the son maybe even more so.
Still.
I do feel like it's maybe shifting a little bit. I don't know.
I think it's shifting generally, but I still hear so many individual stories where it's not.
That's so crazy.
And you'd be surprised by like who
and that's just passed down generation to generation.
And it just has to stop somewhere with someone.
Yeah.
But you're the only daughter.
Yeah.
I feel like they feel, or you feel some type of way too.
I don't know. I feel okay.
Okay, good.
Yeah. I don't feel spited or anything.
Yeah.
Although like
spited.
I think growing up I just didn't question much. So it's true. Like I think not necessarily my parents, but my relatives. Like my brother was, I believe, the first boy on my dad's side. And they definitely cared, and I think he was special. And he was the only boy for a long time.
Who was the other boy?
Later on, like I think a couple of other boys were born, but they were way younger. So he had that golden boy status for a while.
My brother too. Like among all my cousins, I only have female cousins. My brother is the only boy.
Jeffrey. Glowing.
Luckily, he had me to like bring him down to earth.
He's so nice, though. He's a good boy.
He really didn't get too much golden boy treatment. It was more like bullying from his female cousins. I feel like,
and having to play dress up.
We definitely married him with my cousin.
Aww,
they're the same age. It worked out.
Okay, well, anyway, I feel like maybe a bunch of our listeners are actually in the same bucket as you, because as I think about our close friends, a lot of them are the oldest daughter.
Yeah.
And the oldest kid, and I'm one of the few that is the younger one.
I wonder if it's different if it's eldest daughter, or like if you have a sister.
Oh.
Like the disparity may not be as large.
Yeah, because maybe you split some of the burden. And maybe it depends on the age gap, too.
Yeah.
I don't know. Listeners, if you are someone who's the eldest daughter with a sister, let us know.
And how does that work with people with so many kids?
I don't know.
You just kind of get jumbled in together.
You just forget
There's
about them.
There's like a million middle childs.
Okay, this isn't really pop culture because it's very outdated, but I started watching Inventing Anna. Have you heard of that? It's on Netflix.
Wait. Yes. The show was really popular like a year.
I don't even know.
3 years ago.
Yeah, it's many years ago at
Anna
this point.
Delvey?
Yeah, but I never really knew the story.
Yeah.
It's based on a true story. You know everything already.
She was viral she was on Dancing with the Stars recently.
Really?
And people were like, wait, she's on Dancing with the Stars?
Wait, she's not in prison anymore?
With an ankle bracelet.
Oh!
Okay, so you just happened to stumble upon this
I was just
years
like,
later?
Yeah, I had heard about it, but not enough to want to watch it, I guess. And then I just was like, oh, I just want something to watch during the day when I eat my sad lunches. And I started watching. It's like very interesting.
It is.
Because I'm like, how is this a real person? And then she was interviewed by Call Her Daddy.
Recently?
I just found it. I don't know if it was recent, but that's why I'm confused that she was on Dancing with the Stars, because she interviewed her from prison.
Yeah.
I thought.
I don't know if that was recent or not.
And then at first I was like, oh, this actress is like struggling with her fake accent, but it sounds exactly like the real person. So I was like, oh, she did a really good job. Because she's supposed to be like a German heiress.
Yeah.
So I was like, that doesn't really sound German to me, but that's how she talks.
Really?
Yeah. So it's just cool to see like how well she portrayed the real person.
She's a really good actress. I don't remember her name, but she was in Ozark. She was one of the main
that's what I know her from too. So yeah, if you're looking for a show from a few years ago, but it's based on a true story, so it's very interesting just how this woman, a young woman, kind of like swindled her way through like the New York elite and like almost got a really legitimate
deal with
loan.
her like business.
Yeah.
Almost.
I'm not done yet, but yeah, very interesting.
Very scary interesting. Yeah. It does remind me of FTX, the crypto exchange.
Oh.
Because people didn't really fully understand the business, and there was like a bunch of like weird underwriting happening, but then because one person endorsed him, then another one did, and another one did. It kind of just like, oh, well, this person did their due diligence, so like I don't have to as much.
Yeah.
Like you kind of just got to trust the...
Also, what's funny is I don't know if they did it on purpose, like if this was part of the true story, but at one point she's like living in an apartment with the guy who did Fyre Fest. And which is also a huge scam, right? Yeah.
That
I don't know if they wanted to just throw that into the storyline.
So random. Wait, is that true?
I don't know.
Two scammers.
It's like, how did they find each other? The weird thing is, I kind of feel like she wanted to create a legitimate business. Like, she wasn't trying to make that loan and then disappear. Like, she wanted to make a name for herself.
Right.
And in a way, it kind of shows, like, how hard it is if you don't have money to, like, do something big like that, right? Like, nobody will really give you a chance. Although, I guess she should have started smaller and built her way up if she wanted to do it legitimately.
Yeah. Yeah.
But
agreed.
So crazy. She's got balls.
I know, the confidence.
The confidence and I would be way too scared. Like, remember we talked about the Chase ATM
the ATM
thing? Like, I would be way too scared to even try to scam someone of like $1,000.
What were they talking about on Call Her Daddy?
I didn't finish listening to it because I was like, wait, is it going to give away? Because I haven't finished the show. So I just watched the beginning where
she's
she's
in
like,
prison.
Yeah, she was like, oh, I don't do anything in prison because I just pay people. And I'm like, so she does have money. Like, how does she have money? And then she was like, I've been getting like marriage proposals, like people.
Maybe people send her money.
Maybe.
She's a really big star now. I think there was controversy with that show too, because we're like, why are we making these terrible people famous?
Yeah.
Like the Tinder swindler.
Yeah.
Tinder swindler guy.
Yeah, who's still free.
And scamming new girls, I
know,
think.
That sucks. Well, I don't know why she doesn't seem as evil as a Tinder swindler. Although they're probably on par.
I guess because she was swindling really rich people, and he was swindling like girls that thought they loved with him.
Yeah, that's true.
Protect him from his enemies. Okay, I put voting websites.
Okay.
It is 2 weeks until election day.
I know, it just crept up.
It's
by the time this episode is out, maybe it has passed, or it'll be right there.
Lord. Okay. Well, so I recently moved, right? So I moved counties. And I had to do my whole voter registration thing over. It's super easy. It was so easy to the point where I was like, did I do this right? I didn't really get any confirmation. Everything's like a government website, so I was a bit confused. But I didn't get my mail-in ballot to my new address. And other people did. So I was like, okay, I'm going to have to figure out how do I vote in my county to make sure I'm not still registered in San Francisco.
Yeah. Went
on the website. It was so confusing.
Oh, no.
I went across the California website, the Santa Clara County website. I think I'm kind of smart. I'm smart enough to look at a website to find the information that I need.
Yeah.
And they need help because I spent 10, 15 minutes looking for the piece of information that I was looking for.
And you like really want to vote. And they're like making it hard.
Was looking for the right pieces of information. And what's also kind of weird is like they said if you voted in a federal election before, you don't even need to bring your ID.
Really?
So what do you...
How can they know it's you?
How do they verify...
Did you ever do like a fingerprint maybe?
I don't remember the last time I voted in person.
Same.
I remember going to some like weird SF city government building after work one day. But I don't think I did it. It was like, you know, those... poster boards that you had from science lab.
Oh yeah, like the little cubby kind of that you vote
like
in. I kind of remember that
and
too.
And then I kind of put it up in 5th grade when you like don't want to copy off each other's
Is it not
tests.
digital?
It is digital now, but like back then it wasn't. Anyways, I was just like, what is this? Why is it taking me so long to find these pieces of information? And and we're like in a very homogenous voting area too. I can't imagine what it's like where people are like also trying to trick you into like voting into different ways.
I know. Sometimes I wish we were in a state where at least like the presidential side would make a difference. Like my vote would potentially sway it. It would like make me feel better. I mean, I'm still going to vote.
It's still nice to contribute to the popular vote though.
That's true. That's true.
But it sounds really scary in the swing states, to be honest, especially in certain counties. I heard that the polling places are doing active shooter drills.
Oh my gosh. That's so scary.
Which made me feel really bad for them. But then I'm also like, our children have to do that in public schools or even private schools too.
I know. Yeah, that's scary. And I've been getting a lot of texts asking me to join Kamala's team and like help.
She texts way too much.
Call, like, be part of the team that calls people. And I'm like, do you know I am an introvert? You can have me text people. I don't want to call people. I hate talking on the phone.
Have me text people. Do a personalized text.
Okay, should we move on to family and wellness?
Yeah, let's do it.
So you asked me maybe last week or 2 weeks ago about what I'm doing for sick season. And I feel like I've tested this a couple times now. And I would like to urge all of our listeners, if you have kids, to get some zinc.
Okay.
And I will add it to our Amazon storefront if it's not already there. Because it is like the 3rd time now that this has happened in the past few months where Charlie or Cassie seem like they're getting sick. Remember I told you right before we were leaving for Disneyland, I was like, Cassie's coughing. And it wasn't like once or twice. It was like, it sounded like I'm getting sick cough. And I gave her zinc, it was a liquid form. And then the next morning, remember, I was like, it's a miracle.
Yes.
She's not coughing. Like, she still had a little bit of a runny nose, but it hadn't gotten worse. And I completely expected her to, like, spike a fever in the middle of the night, be, like, really in not good shape. And I have to be like, can she even go to Disneyland? But it wasn't one time. Like, if it was just one time, it's like maybe it was a fluke. 3 times now, I've given them zinc, like right when I see the first sign of like they're getting sick. And I feel like it helps to make it more mild.
Yeah, I heard that helps adults quite a bit too, right?
So, but I think the thing with zinc, at least the studies around it are you have to do it within the first 24 hours of them showing they're getting sick. Otherwise, I don't think it helps. But yes.
Like that COVID
It
drug.
is my 2024 toolkit superstar.
Okay, put it on the storefront.
And hopefully I haven't jinxed it now by telling everyone. But I really think it works. And I even am going to do it for myself. I'm going to get some adult zinc.
Yeah. I definitely need that this season because a lot of people are throwing up on my house last week.
I know. Everybody's recovered though, right?
Everyone's recovered.
So do you think Logan caught it from Tyler?
It was just so weird that
was it just that one time?
It was just that one time. And he was so happy.
It does. I feel like it like presents itself differently in everybody. So maybe he got like it more mildly or whatever. So I'm glad it was just one time.
It would have been too coincidental if it was just like him not because he ate a lot that day and he was like jumping up and down. So I can see him throwing up from that too. But it would have been too, but because Tyler just threw up, I'm like, it has to be related.
Yeah, probably.
Yeah. Okay. Zinc.
Yes, zinc, everyone.
Does it make you feel nauseous?
So I was worried about that with the kids, but they've taken it fine.
I've taken Zinc one time as an adult.
Did you take it on an empty stomach?
I might have.
I think maybe, I always give it to them with like breakfast or dinner. So I try to not have an empty stomach, and they've never complained about feeling like their tummy hurt or anything. Okay, TikTok gua sha hack. So I don't know why this has been on my FYP a lot. It's not actually gua sha, which is using, you know, like a metal or stone device and like kind of like massaging your face or massaging your body. And it's supposed to help drain lymphatic fluid. But I guess there's this hack that people have been trying where all you do in the morning is you tie like a hair tie around your ear.
Okay.
Like where your ear meets your head. And it's supposed to do like the same thing as if you did like a gua sha on your face.
What?
I guess it just somehow helps drain it so you look less puffy.
Are you just like pulling back your ear?
I don't know. It must like trigger some points is what my guess is.
Who verified this?
Some people show, I haven't like looked into it that much, but I'm going to try it.
Okay.
And this morning though, remember my ear has been hurting. So I was like, maybe it'll help my ear. So I put one of the girls' hair ties on this ear as I was like packing their lunch in the morning. And I feel like my ear hurts less. I don't know. It could be placebo effect. But I had to take Advil yesterday. I didn't take an Advil this morning. And it's like, it still hurts a little, but definitely not as much as when I woke up.
Is it like you double wrap your hair tie around
Not
your
even
ear?
Double wrap. Well, the girl's hair tie is pretty small.
Okay.
So it already felt really tight.
As long as it's tight.
Yeah, like pretty tight just around that base. But yeah, I kind of want to try it on one side of my face and see if I see a significant difference.
Do both your ears hurt?
No, only one. But yes, if you guys want to try
I haven't seen that at all.
Oh, I've seen it like 4 or 5 times.
How long do you keep it on?
I think they say like 10 to 15 minutes. Oh, so not that long.
Interesting.
Yeah. Although you don't have like a puffy face, so it's for people who I think like sometimes look bloated in the morning, their faces, which I think happens to me maybe if I eat like sushi.
Oh.
Because it's like the soy sauce or something.
The salt, the sodium that gets to you.
I have noticed sometimes I feel extra puffy, so maybe I should do it one of those times.
I can never tell if I look that way, but I definitely feel it, like the water retention. Okay, cool.
Yeah.
That's an easy hack.
I love easy hacks. I don't have a gua sha either.
Do a hard hack? Is that even a hack?
That's true. That's like the easiest of easy hacks.
All right, you just came back from Disneyland. That should be part of breaking news.
I know. How did I forget?
How did I forget?
It's been like such a long week, I feel like.
You just got back on Sunday.
Yes.
I suppose it's already been a couple days.
Yes. So I didn't have that much to share because it was fun and it was very crowded. But luckily, the ride wait times weren't that long. And I felt proud of us because I feel like we tried new things this time. Like we went on a few new rides that we had never done. The Mickey and Minnie Runaway Railway is really fun.
Okay.
Cassie didn't like it. But if you're going to go to that first because the line gets really long since it's a newer ride. And it's all the way up in Toontown. So we just like went straight from opening or like when we got through the gates to that. And then we only had to wait like 10 minutes.
Was that a plan that you had to go there first?
Yeah. I was like, if we want to do it, let's go first because I know it'll get longer and I don't want to wait.
Okay.
The other interesting thing that happened that really made me feel like, okay, I know we do pay a lot to go to Disney, but I feel like they truly put so much thought and effort into stuff we don't even see. So of course, we're in line. We get to like right when you're about to go in. There's like a little kind of video before you get on the actual ride.
Okay.
Cassie's like, I need to go pee-pee. And this was, of course, when I had tried to make her go pee-pee before we left, before we were going. And I was like, oh my gosh. But then one of the, I think they're called cast members, we were like, is there a restroom? They escorted us through like these back walkways to a restroom that was within the building of the ride. And then they waited there and then escorted us back.
Oh, nice.
So they didn't say like, you have to go and then come back in line.
Yeah.
Like, and I was like, I'm so sorry. They're like, no, it happens all the time.
It must happen all the
time. And
time.
I guess they do cater to little kids, you know? And the other crazy thing is, the part right when we were going to get in, it was kind of like a movie theater vibe. And then the guy was like, I'm sorry, I have to change. And he like changed from his movie theater thing into like a train person's
train conductor
outfit. Yeah, because he had to match like the room we were going into next. I was like, that's so cool that they like think through all of this to have such a seamless experience you don't even realize.
That is really thoughtful. I mean, the bathroom thing is very thoughtful and like I guess it's better for them as well too, because people are going to be like very
upset
and probably like take advantage of the system.
Well, I thought what they might say is like, okay, you take her and then you can come back, because you know they have that parent swap thing. I thought they might let us like come back and do that.
I don't know what the parent swap thing is.
If you have young kids and you have two parents and you want to ride, I think they'll let one parent wait and then with a kid, and then when the parent comes off, like you can swap. So you don't have to get back in line. Yeah, then the other parent can ride. Oh. We've never used it because we just go on rides that our kids can go on.
Yeah. Interesting.
But yes, the other one new thing I tried, which it has gluten, so it's not helpful for you, but I had never heard of it in all these Disneyland trips I've been on. Near where you can meet the royal princesses, there's a food cart, and it has this like pretzel bread, but it's stuffed with like cheese and garlic, and it was really good. And I found it on TikTok while Cassie was napping, and then when we went back, I was like, I want to try this.
That cheese and garlic
and then
really
you can
good.
buy like a thing of marinara sauce to dip it in, and it was legit. I was like, I can't believe I've never had this.
I don't think I've ever seen that before.
Yeah, it's not something everybody talks about,
which is weird. It feels like something that everyone would
really
talk about.
Good. So
was it warm?
It was warm. Yeah. And then we also, at the California Adventure side, tried the ube soft serve from Cars Land, and that was also quite good.
Do you map out these different food things beforehand? You just kind of like stumble upon them?
I guess this one, because I saw it on TikTok, then I was like, I want to go get that. But we kind of like know we want to get churros. I actually didn't get to get the Mickey beignets because it was too long of a line, but at least I've had it before. Yeah. It's just like, if there's something that I want, then I'll be like, okay, I want to hit this up. But otherwise, we just walk and see.
I really am excited to go to Disneyland now. Even though I haven't bought tickets because of what you're saying.
Okay, well, I'll give you more detailed tips for when your trip is coming up.
Shall we stop it there?
But I want to know.
Oh, okay.
Guy on escalator.
Oh, okay. I was at the Macy's. No one goes to Macy's anymore. I went to the Palo Alto Stanford Shopping Center.
My parents go.
This is unrelated, but like when I actually got inside the Macy's, I was like, this is kind of nice. Yeah. Like I can see this being very magical in the 2000s, like with the holiday lighting, and they're like, they do a really good job decorating during the holidays.
Holiday stuff already up?
No, but
it
didn't look so old and run down the way some of the other Macy's do. I went in there, and do you remember the Macy's escalator that goes up there? Always have mirrors on the side.
I can kind of picture it.
There's like a couple of Macy's I go to. They all have mirrors on the side. This one guy was in front of me. I thought he knew the girl in front of him. He didn't. I don't think he did. He was like videotaping her. I saw like a few seconds of it, and then he saw me looking, and then all of a sudden he like turned it into a selfie, like a video selfie of him. It was just so odd to me.
Creepy.
And the floor that we were going to was like all women's stuff. She worked at this place. She walked off and went in the other direction. He walked straight, and he like walked straight into the lingerie department, like the bra department. I was like, interesting. He was doing something with his phone, and then when I was walking, he basically walked by me 2 seconds later to go back on the escalator. I think he felt awkward.
He knew he got caught by you.
He did. So guys are just out here randomly videotaping the backs of girls.
Oh my gosh. Men are creeps.
They are creeps.
Sorry, we're not offending any of our kind male listeners. We don't mean you.
Just the ones that are like secret. At first, I really thought he knew her.
Yeah, that sucks.
I don't think I was in the position to say anything because I
should
really
have been like,
know.
What are you doing?
He definitely felt uncomfortable around me because I just like didn't stop staring at him at that point.
Good for you.
That's the end of this episode.
All right, on that note.
All right, talk to you later.
Thanks for listening.
Bye.